Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. I if you look at what's going on here, I've got some explaining to do. So, I decided between episodes to, clean up my inventory, sell some stuff, equip some stuff. I also decided to give a bunch of gifts to my companions. So a lot of our companions like us more now. Uh, I'd be honest, I just straight up had to look up like what certain companions liked. It because it wasn't abundantly clear. But like for example, I had like a I think I had like a carved statue that kind of seemed like it might be of Andraste, and then I had like some other stuff that was specifically evocative of Andraste, and I didn't know like do I give this to Alistair or do I give this to Liliana? Liliana makes a lot of sense, but there's an argument to be made for Alistair. But I looked it up, resolved all that, so cleared a bunch of gifts out of my inventory. Um, Also, just kind of went around and did mopped up some side quests. Like I turned in those lyrium potions. I just went around and just did a couple of things like that. And I was about to start recording, and I selected to go to Orzammar, and I got a cutscene of the Archdemon, and woke up here in camp, and Alistair said, "Did you see that? Did you feel that? It was like the Archdemon was looking right at us, like it saw us." And then there was a sound, and he said, "Did you hear that?" And now we're in a combat encounter. So, oh geez, what it Shriek Alpha? Okay then.
You let the land.
Wait, what?
Don't come near me. Stay away.
What? Come here, buddy.
Don't look at me. I am sick. The song in my head. It calls to me. He sings to me. I can't stop it. Don't want to hurt you, Lethalon. Please, stop me.
Hmm. I wish we'd never found that cave.
I'm so sorry, Lethalon. Never wanted this.
Wow, I did not expect this. Jeez. See, well, I guess that's the true resolution to it all, isn't it?
Who was that?
His name was Tamlin.
Tamlin? Then he was the one who was with you when you... I'm so sorry. This is what happens when the taint is left unchecked. It's better for him to have it end. It was a mercy.
Hmm. So wow, I guess this is kind of the resolution of Soldier's Bane. Okay. Our companions are just chit chatting. So I thought we had kind of hit our resolution with our background with Tamlin. I thought we'd hit that resolution when we were talking to the Guardian at the temple, who kind of urged us to forgive ourselves. But I guess now we have this closure that, you know, Tamlin is actually gone now and that he's at peace. Geez. Well, let's do something positive here. I picked up something in Redcliffe. It's Alistair's mother's amulet. This silver emblem of Andraste's flame is riddled with cracks. Someone with a lot of patience has carefully glued it back together. So I imagine we might get a cutscene here.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. Why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I found it in the Redcliffe Castle in the study.
Oh, the Jarl's study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. But he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Maybe he meant to give it back to you.
Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of those times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this. The next time I see him, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
I like that we have the option to. Were you saying something? Well, I guess that's kind of supposed to be the joking response.
Ho, ho, ho. See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
So yeah, we got some approval from Alistair. Let me see. Alistair's a little bit more. He's neutral, but he's, you know, more towards liking me. Morrigan, actually, shockingly, Morrigan likes me more than Alistair. Wynn likes me a lot. Of course, our good dogger, our goodest boy, he's maxed out. Like, I gave him a bone before, like, he was already maxed out, but I still gave him the bone. Sten likes us a little bit more now. Gave him some paintings. Liliana she's really happy with us. Zevran's cool with us. So yeah. Okay. I feel good though now having my companions like me a little bit more. Alright, so we are gonna have
Yes.
the cannon party of what I've been running. I did take Liliana with me to Redcliffe because I thought there were some chests that I could open, and turns out I guess either I already got them or they're not there anymore. I don't know, but yeah. So we're gonna make our way to Orzammar. Oh jeez, it's them Dirk spawns. Oh, and look, there's some elven scouts, huh? Okay, well, first things first, let's get flaming weapons going. Oh, and why did look at all these enemies just conveniently stacked up. Mmm. Can you fire? She can fireball again, boys. Boys and girls. Oh, wait, is this like out of her range? Okay. How do I stop that? I've just turned this into an isometric RPG. Jeez, this shriek wiped out this group. Oh, my frame rate. My frame rate. My frame rate. Oh, jeez, my frame rate. Okay, we got... I'm gonna say... This is like an instinctive thing for me. Freaking Rocky Road. This is like an instinctive thing for me back from playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on console. Like, no lie. Like, if the game started to have frame rate issues, like, that was a guaranteed, like, sign that it was going to crash. So, I would save very frequently in those games. And then at a certain point, you know, it would start hitching just a little bit. I'd drop a save and, you know, either restart the game or just get ready to have it crash. Getting a lot of like potion ingredients and stuff here. Soul root coating. It's poison. Cool. I guess. Alright. So that went fairly well. Let's get out of here. We gotta get up to Orzammar. We gotta get to the Dwaves. See, you guys thought that was just me being dumb and making a typo. Is it gonna give me... Like, am I gonna... What's happening here? Why is it loading like that? Okay, it spooked me a little bit. Okay. So we're back at Orzammar. And I don't know how to spell Orzammar. What's wrong with me? Okay. So I am not going to...
The tower is ever going to get back to what it was.
I don't know. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding. That cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
Do you think you'll be there to help rebuild then, once this is all over with?
I cannot say. Even if I survive this fight, I am a very old woman, Alistair.
Why? Because of some grey hair? You are a formidable woman, Wynne. You could see that it happens.
I think you overestimate the number of years I have left. But perhaps you're right. Or perhaps the memories of what happened then will be too strong for me to face.
I have a hard time believing that.
Well, it's good to have someone that believes in me so. Now, if I could only feel the same way myself, that would be something.
Today we learned that Alistair's into older women. But yeah, I don't have any intention of... I don't have any intention of going back on the guy I already decided to back in the Dwarf Civil War here. But we have to go over here for another side quest here. So we just got to make sure not to talk to the guy.
They don't kill each other in the arena, do they? I mean, why would anyone find that entertaining?
I feel like Morrigan would find that entertaining. All right, Varric, what's your...
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record.
Jeez.
Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Rooston Tide. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
Have you ever fought in one?
Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior.
So the proving's just a tournament.
Sure. Like King Endrin was just a noble. A proving is a sacred art. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ancestors' decision, and no one can protest it.
So what are the rules?
They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hands, sometimes weapons, sometimes pairs or squads. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets.
All right, cool.
I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Wouldn't it be interesting if maybe we were to go in there and beat up on this guy? We're looking for... Basil? What is this?
If you're looking for seats, speak with a guardsman. If you're looking for seats, speak with a guardsman.
Proving Master, Orzammar Guard. So, we have a quest that should be here somewhere, where there's a thief, or the book that thief stole should be here. Roshan.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
This has got to be it.
I knew they'd take
Jeez, just right in there. Morrigan. There's no way we can do this. Okay. No! Oh gosh. That's certainly one way to do it. Didn't expect to get into an all-out brawl, but okay. Volume of Shaper History. I believe that is the quest item. And we'll just return that to the Shaper here in a minute. Who are you?
This deal was all their making, Ward. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything. But you're holding the prize now.
Oh, cool.
Yes, well, I'll keep my nose clean until you're long gone. How about that? I'm just a businessman. I merely exploit opportunities. I won't get in your way.
Okay, I like that we have the opportunity to... Hold on, I can't see. Lord Darviniak Volney. Okay, cool story, bro. Guidon. Alright, I like that we have the opportunity there to just kill those dudes, turn around, and sell the book. Oh, we have a level up from Mr. Alistair. 30 strength, finally. Opens him up to some stuff. Do we want to? I'm kind of. I am kind of tempted to put another point into Templar for him. What is this? Taunt? Yeah, it's either. Yeah, let's do that because that will. I think we have a quest to go fight some blood mages somewhere, and I'm sure it'll come up again.
Oh, right.
But I mostly wanted to just come in here and grab that quest, and before moving on, because we're about to have to go into the deep roads, so we're gonna have that going for us here in a second. I guess I'm kind of interested. I've heard.
Alistair,
Well,
what's this?
It's a sock.
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry, the men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is really damp anyway.
I'm going to put it on. It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
Hideous habits you've picked up.
What? 1 minute, Alistair's like, I like you, old lady. And the next minute, he's embarrassing himself. Oh, Dagna, I think is her name. Yeah. Hey.
Hello, how can I? Oh, it's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since your Relden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books, tuition?
My reward would be a nice start.
Right, lyrium. Look, I can't go inside or my parents will know something's wrong, but I have a bit from the storeroom. I hope it's enough. I have either a lyrium rune that can be implanted in any weapon, or some of the serum mages use. Which do you want?
I'll take the rune.
Here you go. I hope it's enough to thank you. I'll never forget what you did. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Alright. I do need to get somebody to put those runes on some weapons. But I don't know if this game has the mechanic of like you put the rune on a weapon and then if it's on there you can't take it off kind of deal or what. Okay. Okay. What I was saying though before all of that is I'm interested in how long the deep roads actually takes because truth be told
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen.
it doesn't feel like it took that long, honestly, for us to get through the other stops on our side quest. Or our side quest, on our main quest. So maybe the deep roads really isn't that long, but I've heard some people say it's like quite a few hours, kind of almost like a good chunk of the game. But the thing is, that could just be if you try to do everything that's there. That could also be if you're not very well prepared. I don't know, but we're about to find out. I'm looking for Lord Dace's patrol.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts are pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
I think I may have mentioned this before, but this guy sounds a lot like Sully from Uncharted. I haven't looked up to see like the voice cast for this game, other than I know who Flemeth is. So, are the darkspawn the only danger in these
Of
tunnels?
course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers. What are those?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm.
Oh yeah, I think I talked to this guy about this before because I remember the head of the worm thing.
Their own size.
Dark Souls comparison incoming. It's the worm dudes from the Demon Ruins. Alright. Are there any dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead.
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Best of luck.
It's time. Oh geez, we get a whole new map. Oh gosh. There's little like icons here. See, that one looks like a little dragon. Oh, I'm super intimidated. Alright, well, there's only one thing to do, and that's to get in there. I mean, we've got wind, we've got a bunch of healing potions. We've got ingredients to make more. We've got Morgan to do that. I'll probably go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay. We are going to... Alright. So we've got a few more health poultices now. Here it is. It's time. It's time. For the save. Okay. Just kind of take a minute. Take a minute and look around. I'm kind of surprised that we're not... there, it's time. I was gonna say, I'm surprised we're not encountering enemies yet. Why can't... Alistair, what are you doing, my guy? Alright. See, we've done the quest for the lyrium potion stuff, but I'm not using lyrium potions for my mages the way I'm using health poultices for everybody. I'm kind of under the impression that if I was playing as a mage, that the lyrium would be a lot more important. But Like, you can see, like, how much mana Morgan used in that fight. And it's not a lot. A little cairn right here with a torch on it. It's nice looking. Come on. Oh, geez, there's a lot of them here. Thanks, Alistair. Alright, Alistair... Oh, you're paralyzed. Alistair is gonna do the Templar thing. Insufficient stamina. Oh, geez. Well, okay. He's been doing too much stuff to cleanse aura. You're doing great, Alistair. You're doing great. Oh, golly. Liliana's back at camp like, if only they would have taken me. She's like twiddling a lockpick in her fingers like, if only I could be of use. I think that black runestone is one of the gifts we can give Alistair.
And I'm off.
Lyrium dust. Okay. We've got a couple of paths here. One of them leads to more enemies. I can't save because we're technically in combat with these enemies. This is dire. Okay, well, that sucks. Oh, jeez. Which one of these is the revival? Jeez. I just kind of figured I would rush right... What is this injury? Deafened. I just kind of figured that I would rush in and kill the emissary so he couldn't keep healing his guys and stuff, but he comboed off on me pretty hard. Getting a lot of good money off of that, though. Okay, we got more Deep Stalker. Let me get a look at this little guy. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like it. Hit me, Alistair. Hit me. They just keep coming. I just love Alistair. I really love the cut of your jib where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna hit this one thing, this one tiny little deep stalker, so hard with my shield. I don't like these sounds I'm hearing. Unless that's just like lava bubbling or something. Well, we appear to be in, I guess, one of these taigs. One of the ruins of the taigs. What about... See, we didn't go down that path. Let's double back and see what's there. I mean, so far, I'm gonna say that this... Oh, whoops. This place isn't the most visually interesting. It's just some caves. So far. I actually don't mind. I think I mentioned before, but I don't mind the dwarven architecture in this game. But we're not really... Oh, well, that's easy. If I'd walked like 3 more feet or paid attention. Bag of limbs. I'll take that for some reason. Oh, it's part of a quest. Okay, makes sense. But okay, if I had walked like 5 more steps or paid attention, I would have realized that was a dead end. That can't go that way. Okay. But like I said, I kind of like the dwarven architecture in this game. I like it more than the dwarven architecture from Skyrim. If I ever get around to doing any streams or anything of Skyrim and like play through the game and kind of explore and stuff, which I have a plan to do that. Yeah, just if you're there for that, get ready for me to not go to Dwemer Ruins. I just don't care. Oh, there's friendlies up ahead. Ah, there, we found Lord Dace.
Careful. I don't think that's the last of them.
It's fine. Oh, jeez. Look at them. Look at them. They're just standing there. I mean, is this what they're gonna do? Because I'll gladly hit them with another fireball. I didn't realize those were gonna die that quick. I like I said, I just love watching Alistair shield bash stuff, and the sound is super satisfying. Ah, Dwarven War Axe. We'll take that. Another little fractured stone to search. I don't care about no fire crystals. Alright, let's talk to Lord Dace.
You've pulled us from a tight spot, friend. You have my gratitude. I am Lord Anwar Dace. So how does an elf come to be down here anyway?
Lord Haramont is trying to cheat your family.
What are you talking about? I've dealt with Haramont many times, and he's always been forthright. I'm not grateful for your assistance. I hope you have some evidence to back such an accusation.
Okay, I'm just gonna note, I really like that. He's like, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but, you know, I hope you've got some evidence to back this. Like, he's being extremely, like, charitable about this. Vartag Gavorn gave me these promissory notes.
That snake? Believe nothing he says. He'd do anything to win the throne for Balin. Still, these are worth investigating. I'll not have my house enter a deal unless it's to our advantage. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I must return now. My men need healing, and I want to look into this. You wish to travel with us?
Actually, yes. We'll wrap up this quest line that we're working on. Excuse me. Not all spirits of the Fade are evil things. Some are beings of compassion, fortitude, and justice. They have little interest in crossing the veil unless summoned, however, and thus are far less known than demons. Huh. Today we learned something about the Fade. About spirits. Well, I mean, for our first little foray into the deep roads, that wasn't so bad. I hope I don't eat that. Eat those words, you know. Lady Dace. Lord Dace.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome for my service. Where do we go? Where do we go? Journal. Oh, we need to return to the Shaper. Vartag's in the Chamber of Assembly. I think we're in the right area for all of that.
Lord Balin's impending marriage to a castless proves his dedication to
The Royal Palace. I don't think we've gone in there yet. I think this was the, Chamber of Assembly, and I think the Shaperate is over here. Yeah. See, I remember. I remember. Turn in this quest.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
Yeah, no worries. Figured that would work, but guess not. Everybody else good? Okay. Everybody good. Yeah, there's something satisfying. Like, I think that's another reason why I like RPGs. There's something satisfying about having a bunch of quests that you can just, complete while you're doing stuff. Like, you're out on your main quest. While you're doing that, you run into other stuff, and then you turn them in, and it's satisfying little dopamine hit.
Well, I hear there were a few angry messengers sent to the Haramont estate a moment ago. So you were serious about wanting to help us. Are you ready to meet Balin?
I'm ready. Take me to him.
I warn you, be on your best behavior and keep your weapons sheathed.
Spells like Mind Blast can be a lifesaver if your mage is surrounded by a large number of enemies. Huh. Surrounded by enemies. I don't know if... Can't really think of any time in this game where you're surrounded by enemies. Or where enemies spawn behind you or anything. No, not this game. I feel like some of these load times are taking a little bit longer than usual.
I am impressed, Warden. Not many outsiders so quickly grasp Orzamar's rather convoluted politics. I am Prince Balin. Vartag told me of your efforts against the usurper who tried to claim my father's throne.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna be real. All I care about is getting troops to face the Blight.
Then we have a common goal. We may not like each other, but the Blight is our first priority. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil.
The fulcrum of true evil. Then you'll honor your agreement with the Wardens?
Absolutely. And sworn on the mail of my ancestors, as soon as Orzammar is united under my rule. Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos.
So, maybe I can do something about that.
Jarvia and her Carta are behind this bedlam. If you can eliminate them, I promise as king, I will send as many troops as you need to fight the Darkspawn. Unfortunately, I have little information on Jarvia. Her base of power is in Dusttown, the lowest part of the city, and my men have few sources there. Maybe the castless will talk more freely with a stranger.
I'll look into it.
That's all I can ask, but I can be of no help until this problem is solved. And every minute we wait, more Darkspawn swarm into human lands.
Okay, I really like that this guy, of all people, this guy gets it. Like, I already feel like I'm backing the right guy here in Orzammar. Because this guy doesn't argue with us. He's like, yeah, the Darkspawn are a thing, and I will help you fight them. I cannot begin to, like, gosh, like, I mean, the elves weren't exactly, like, doubting us. We've received more doubt from men, but still. Okay, I need to look at a map of this place to get out of here. Royal bedroom, Ambassador suite, Prince Balin's. I'm guessing it's that way. Noble woman. Noble. Okay. Can I get out of here? Please? Yeah. Wonder what that... Got another... Wait a minute.
Oh, right.
Ah, this is the throne room. Cool. It's a cool looking throne room. Okay. Oops. This way. I don't know if I've really gone into this before, but fixed mini-maps like that kind of still to this day throw me off. Like, they make sense to me, like once I see that that's what they are, but in some games, they just really throw me off that they're fixed, that they don't move in relation to your character, that your character moves in relation to them. But, I mean, that's kind of, to me, that's more realistic. Like, when you're moving around, like, if you had a map out and you were moving around, you're moving around in relation to it. It's not moving around in relation to you. North is north. Okay. So we need to go into Dust Town, which is going to be downstairs. Huh. Just kind of got spooked for a second there. I like how the one guy was like, hey, the Grey Wardens are back in Lord Balin. That's awesome. And then the other guy's like, Lord Balin can't fight his own battle, so he has to get the Grey Wardens. Ah, jeez. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. So once we've... Okay, was I wrong that I don't have to venture into the deep roads to... Okay, hold on. Okay, let me think about this. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think I'm going to go talk to this lady, and she's going to be like, hey, you have to go down into the deep roads and find that Paragon lady. And I'm saying that because of the name of the quest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to fight these guys.
Balin has corrupted the war.
I know how video games work.
End this for Harrowmont.
I like how Alistair has... This guy's just been wailing on Alistair. And Alistair's just like, nope, I'm gonna kill the guy I'm looking at. I mean, we got a bunch of money. And Morgan leveled up. Let's pump her magic. Because we want to get that one more point into magic to get Inferno. What does this do? Shock. It gives her more electrical stuff. Rock armor. Don't need to spec her into any of these because we've got mana drain. Wait, walking bomb. Okay, hold on. I've heard about this. The caster magically injects a target with corrosive poison that inflicts continual nature damage. The target dies while this effect is still active. It explodes, damaging all targets nearby. Although the spell is related to Virulent Walking Bomb, the magic behind the two does not interact. The target cannot be infected with both friendly fire possible. We're doing it. That sounds awesome. Let's pump up Wind's magic as well. Waves of healing and cleansing energy emanate from the caster, restoring health to all nearby. Ooh. Just do more stuff to make Win a better healer, you know? But we have got to go into Dust Town. But like I said, I think the way this is going to go is this woman who's behind this, according to Prince Balin, she's going to tell us we need to go down there and get this. I forget the woman's name. But the quest... Well, okay, actually, I take it back. It is called Paragon of Her Own Kind, or something like that. It could be her that we need to get. I don't know. This game is pretty surprising to me at times. Okay. Let's see if we can find her. What is this? Okay. The store where we can buy stuff for traps and all of that. Slums household. I feel like that's kind of suspicious door. Who are you?
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help the poor cripple. What are you looking for?
Do you know a woman named Jarvia?
Know her. I used to run with her. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her.
Where can I find her?
Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barak died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there.
So where do I find one of these tokens?
Can't help you there, Salraka. The The Carter members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little.
You know what? I'll give you 10 silver.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Well, if you'd lay off the wine there, lady. Okay. Let's see. No one knows, but you should be able to find clues about her whereabouts. Okay. The doors leading to the base are hidden. You need a special finger bone token. Obtain a finger bone token. Okay. How are we going to obtain this finger bone token? Idle dwarf.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You just have to hold on tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Used to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I feel like I'm...
Yes? Why's someone like you hanging about Dusttown so much?
Oh, I guess that's...
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I guess that's all I got from him. Okay. We got to find... Okay, let's check this. I went in here once before, and it just kind of felt like...
Well,
There we go.
have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Yeah, what I was about to say is, when I walked in here originally, I said, you know, this place looks like a place where something would happen.
Don't kill me! Sorry, ancestors. What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. Sweet bloody stone, look at them all.
Intimidate. I just like beating someone into submission and then intimidating them. Tell me how to find Jarvia, you'll join them.
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the third house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open.
Will you let me go now?
Yes, and you won't want to be at Jarvia's when I get there.
Really? Oh, thank you. You're a good person.
What do they say it? The ancestors have shown their favor. Bless you.
That was an actual great example of I focused on beating him up and it ended the encounter and I didn't have to kill everybody. Which is kind of, I think I've tried to do that before and it didn't work, which sucks, but that's okay. It's just how it goes sometimes, you know? Suspicious door. This door appears to be made of solid stone. There are no visible means of opening it. Continue. On closer inspection, there is a small slot concealed in a fold of the stone, just big enough for a finger. Put the finger bone token in the slot. The door unlocks. I mean, I'm not planning to go in and just kill this lady or whatever. I'm gonna find out what's going on. Because like I said, this quest is called something like the Paragon of her kind, so... sorry, it's just not a lot for me to say during a loading screen. Alright.
Yes.
We're making our way. Uh-oh. We are gonna have to fight people. Oh, I don't know. I saw red, and now I'm not.
What's the password?
We didn't get a password. Balin rules forever. Haramot rules forever. Jarvia sucks lizard eggs. I don't know. No, wait. I remember. Die, scum. I'm just gonna say, uh-oh.
Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
No. I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. Do you ever just... you ever just walking bomb? Oh, that was hot. Yeah, we gotta level up. Injury kit. That's always useful. Another one. I'm not gonna complain about that. But we gotta level up. Level up. Let's go all in on cunning. So now... Ugh. I don't care about poison making, you know? I guess... improve survival. We can go back and do that quest at the Dalish camp. I am going to put a point into lockpicking. I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to make Liliana redundant, but I'm kind of digging my current party. So having the ability for my rogue to unlock things would be... Good grief. Look at this ambush. Alright, that door appears to be closed. Maybe we don't have any choice but to kill these guys. These look like these are barrels that would explode. Did the other door... Okay. I was worried the other door might have opened too.
I am ready.
So maybe... Well, okay. This is... We're gonna see... we're gonna see one of two things here. Either... Insufficient skill, of course. Either we're gonna see... the kind of thing where we fight through everything just to have Jarvia be like, now hold on, let's talk about this. Or, hang on a second. I really did not want to sneeze into the microphone, so sorry about that. Anyway, we're either going to kill our way through all of her dudes just to have her be like, no, you can't, we got to talk about this. Or we're just going to have to kill everybody. Kunari mercenary, huh? My frame rate's going again. Okay, well. Another Dwarven War Axe, okay. I mean, at worst we can... I know I say this all the time. At worst we can sell that. And as you can see, since I cleaned my inventory out quite a bit, we can actually afford to pick up stuff like that. I know we're not in the Deep Roads anymore, but we're just going to keep using that save name. Okay. I think we're going to address this group of dwarves and call it an episode, you know? Wynn, why are you up in the front lines like this? No, wait, I did it wrong. Can you walking bomb again? No. Get him, Alistair, get him! Just me and Alistair just bullying dwarves. I love when they run away. Jeez. We're like... we're killing a lot of dwarves here. Like, there's not gonna be a lot of dwarves left. Fancy vase. Okay. No, just... You know, I kind of like when RPGs let you keep attempting. Like, it's when it's based on a percentage versus based on, like, an actual, like, you need 5 skill rock salve. I mean, we'll take it. Where it's based on points of, like, you need 5 out of 5 lockpicking to do this, as opposed to you have a 50% chance to lockpick. Oh, Elven Mercenary. Can you not bully me? Let's see what she's got for us. Some spirit bomb. Don't care. Don't care about your spirit. Kanki's common box. Emerald costume ring. Gold. Okay. I don't know what those are, but I take them anyway. It does feel nice that we can unlock some chests now. You know? Okay. So, let's get back out here in the main hall. And jeez. Okay, well, it's been about that amount of time. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna call that an episode, and when we come back, we'll continue through the Carta hideout and maybe go back to the deep roads. We'll see. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.